Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy, here today with George Peters. We're standing at the Veterans Memorial in Detroit Lakes. It's about a year old. The last time I was here, I was with Harlan Thompson, who was very instrumental in getting this going. And of course, Harlan passed away, and we just wanted to remember that he was a big part of this memorial.
You bet. He was one of the committee members. There was only 4 committee members, and Harlan was one of them, and we lost him. And we lost a good friend and a good veteran.
Right. And this memorial, of course, has been years in the making. And George, now we actually have the memorial behind us in honor and memory. It's got the 5 divisions and of military, and we've got the flags behind us. But I want you to talk a little bit about the process that you went through to get this memorial here, and what it's all about.
It's a memorial that is intended to be dedicated to memorialize all the veterans of Becker County, not just Detroit Lake City, but all of Becker County. And we took a count with the Veteran Service Officer, and the percentage of veterans in Becker County was about 2% higher than the national average for all counties. There's a little over 3,800 veterans in Becker County, and the intent is to create an awareness among the public of what veteran is and what a veteran means. And this is really conducive with the day that we're facing on Veterans Day, the 11th, that we can remember what Veterans Day is for, as opposed to a day off or a holiday or to get the race car out or the motorcycles. But it's a day to remember the veterans that have served our country over the life of our country. And that's what we're hoping the park does. It's been used twice that I know of, and many people have called me and commented on it. And everything seems to be very, very positive. It's just a nice piece of green space uptown. And you know, it would be sort of sinful to not thank the city fathers that supported us every inch of the way through this. Jim Hanlon, who is a veteran, introduced a resolution about 4.5 years ago on the floor, and we stacked the city hall with, at that time, about 125 veterans, and well represented by White Earth and all the veterans in the area. The resolution read to provide up to 1.3 acre of land to the veterans for use of a park. Dear friend of mine, Larry Bubolz, was the mayor at the time, and he convinced the fellow commissioners to change the resolution to read up to 1.3 acres. So, Larry, we're still looking for the 0.5 acres of land that disappeared out of the initial resolution. But it has come out beautiful, and you guys in the media have supported us tremendously. The public has supported us. We just put in last week, Larry Hinden, who is our head-up man for the pavers, putting them in, put in 70 new pavers on the far side of the monument, and that'll be the last for this year. Hopefully we'll build up a load for the spring, and we hope this is a living memorial park that keeps growing. Although we hope the use of our veterans and our Gardner Reserve units slows down and changes a lot.
George, tell us a little bit about the pavers. And you know, we walking around here. It's very interesting. You've got everyone from World War II veterans, family members, people from, of course, Vietnam and Korea. But you've got a lot of different families represented here on the pavers.
Yeah, that's interesting. Just one slight correction for you. We actually got pavers in here from World War I. And up through now, and you know, it doesn't have to be even a veteran. It's wide open to people to put pavers in, memorializing their family or whatever. And we've got some benches that do that. But the pavers come in 3 sizes, and you pick the size depending upon what you want to put on it. And there is a 4th paver that's very large. Sally Huskins bought one and put it in, and God love her soul. It's very heavy and very hard to put in, but again, it's really growing and it's beautiful. We want people to come down and enjoy it, especially go down to the east end of the park, southeast end, and take a look at the world map that's on the base of the amphitheater. That's sort of a fun story, goes with that.
Well, you hold on right there.
Yep.
We're going to take a break, and we'll come back and hear the story about the amphitheater floor. And I'm here with George Peters at the Detroit Lakes Veterans Memorial for Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm here today with George Peters. We're standing at the Veterans Memorial Park here in Detroit Lakes. It is it's a work in progress, but some of the major parts are finished right now, and one of them is the amphitheater. And George, before the break, you were talking about you're going to tell us a little story about the amphitheater here and kind of this inlay that we're standing on.
The amphitheater is designed with thoughts that hopefully they will do plays or whatever. I mean, it's here to be used by the people for anything they want to use it for. We're hoping that parades might start here and going down Washington Avenue. We're looking at or standing on the center of the amphitheater and the base of it. We had Classic Concrete develop a map of the world, and because veterans served all over the world, everywhere. And when we came up and looked at it after they had finished, we found that the 25th Infantry Division and all them units had been wiped off the map. They had forgot to put Hawaii on the map. So we had them come back, and there's Hawaii down there in them little dots. But it's a map of the world, and we hope it serves its purpose for that.
All right.
It is very pretty and very beautiful down here.
And it really is an amphitheater. I can tell my voice is amped up a little bit here as we're standing here. But George, I wanted to talk to you because we're doing this to highlight the Veterans Memorial, but more importantly in honor of Veterans Day here now on November 11th. And I wanted you to talk a little bit about veterans. You're a veteran yourself. You served in Vietnam and the Korean War, I understand.
That's correct. Three tours in Vietnam. They don't call them tours anymore. But I think what I want to do is have people understand that Veterans Day is not just a holiday and you got it off and you're lucky and you can go to the beach or whatever, but it's a day to remember and take a few moments out of your life and look around and find a veteran and thank them for their service, because the day is designed to remember veterans. And I got a little thing that I'm going to read that I've carried for many, many, many years. It's God and the soldier all men adore, in the time of danger and not before. When war is over and all is righted, God is neglected and the soldier is slighted. You know, that is so accurate a description of coming home from Vietnam. And as I've said before in interviews, the veterans today have taken a vow, we're not going to let this happen anymore to any veterans. The Guard unit from this town performed superbly. They were activated, pulled out of their homes, and they really were sent to do something they weren't well trained to do. But these are veterans, and we're asking the people to respect and understand and remember veterans on Veterans Day. All
right, and you know, a great way to remember that, I know there's going to be a service out at Oak Grove Cemetery on November 11th.
That's correct, and that's at, I think, 10:15. In the morning. The VFW is sponsoring that, and we hope next year it will all be moved to the Veterans Memorial Park.
All right. Well, George, thank you for your service, and thank you for bringing helping to bring this Veterans Memorial to fruition here. And you know, this is a great tribute to veterans of all services, of all sectors of the military here. And I hope everyone has a chance to come and look at this and just remember what it's all about. And thank veterans like George here for serving.
Thank you, Carol.
All right. Well, for Hometown Happenings, I'm Carol McCarthy here in Detroit Lakes at the Veterans Memorial. TV3.